Good afternoon, everybody. You are plugged into the Myxxxx. LI, let's talk. 1844, the Myxxxx. Today, we are here. We have a panel of Carol A. Gordon, and we have Pamela Robinson. She's celebrating Halloween. We're all celebrating, but, you know, some of us don't want to wear masks. But anyway, today we are going to close out last week's segment that we had on the abuse of women and people in general. In the 1800s, men were allowed to kind of like beat up on their women because of the fact to show that they were empowered over them. In the 1900s, we had the act from the Congress, and it passed a bill. The bill was passed in 1974. It was actually a bill passed from the Congress and 50 states. It was for the domestic violence and the order of protection. So there's a hotline that you guys can go to. It's actually a hotline. It's 1-800-799-CALL-SAFE, extension 7233. And you can go on, and if you are involved with domestic violence, it could be verbal, it could be mental, or it can be just, you know, physical. So to that note, we have Pamela Robinson on my left, and we have Carol A. Gordon on my right. But before I get to them, I just want to say farewell to three of our co-hosts, which is Javon Egypt of House of Asia. We have Atia Mary, and we have Annette Edwards. They decided to go and do something else in their life. So we are going to continue with the Myxxxx, and we're going to say farewell to them. I'm going to bring you to Carol A. Gordon. Carol.
Hi, everybody. I am going to do another segment of Unspoken History Treasures, in which I collect African American artifacts that tell about history. Today's subject is going to be about money. They wanted to know if African Americans were on money, since they're trying to make the Harriet Tubman on the money now. But looking at history back to 1800s, we were on the money. We were on Confederate money and Southern money. As the OJ says, money, 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 we're on the money.
I didn't get that.
Looking at some of this Confederate money, you can see, if you could bring the camera closer to it, it was about happy times when people were enslaved. This one here is about turpentine. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh. About turpentine. June 30th, 1857. And this is the slaves harvesting turpentine. And it's a $1 bill.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What is turpentine?
Turpentine is a varnish that they use for doing furniture and waxing.
Oh, you mean the,
Yes.
okay, the
Yes.
product turpentine.
The product turpentine.
Okay. All right.
All right, the second one is a $2 bill. This is in Georgia. It's October 12th, 1857. And you can see the slaves harvesting cotton. Right here. This next one is Richmond, Virginia, 1861. It's a $10 bill, and this shows slave picking cotton. So it's almost like an advertisement to show where the money's going, who the money's capital is, and everything else. These last two show New Orleans, slave harvesting cotton, $100 note. And the bottom one shows Alabama, 1858, harvesting cotton. Now notice the slaves are unloading cotton, and some of them always put like a picture of George Washington on it. On this one here, you can see the American flag, 1872. And the last, probably the note or the money that they made with people being enslaved when it was 1872, which they showed George Washington as who's the slaveholder, and also slaves who's picking cotton was a $50 note.
Could I ask you a question? And this time here, was there a presidency or there was no presidency?
Yes, it was a presidency in all of them.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Some of the presidents would be like McKinley, Roosevelt, during that era around there.
Okay.
Going to a different era, which is now, we also have what we call commemorative coins, which they embrace somebody that was famous or well known. It's legal money, but it's not put into circulation. Most of the dealers pick it up and keep it and everything else like that. This one here is Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, 1997, it's $1, silver dollar. And it's 50 years it's just celebrating when he made his first home run, and then when he's inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Wow. Nice.
It's on the back. This other one is a commemorative coin, which shows Crispus Attucks. If anybody doesn't know who he is, he was the first person to get killed in the American Revolution.
Wow.
And on the back of this is 1998 silver dollar, and on the back of it, it shows the slave slave patriot at the American Revolution, and part of that money goes to that monument that they're building up in Massachusetts. You can see the back. These next two coins was actually money that was put into circulation. The first one is Booker T. Washington. It's a 50-cent piece. And it was about 3 million made, put into circulation from 1946 to 1951. On the back of it, it shows his cabin where he was born and the Hall of Fame, which is in the Bronx Community College, which he was honored there. Quiet is kept. This is put into circulation. People at that time, about the 1950s, didn't want any money with blacks on it. So they started pulling it back into the mints and remelting them down. But a lot of coin dealers started pulling them up and collecting them. So when people say this money is very expensive, it's expensive to those who's really looking at it. The other one is another 50-cent piece from 1951 and 1954. It wasn't that many made. It's Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver. And on the back, it's the United States with the map of the United States, and in the back of it is the U.S. on it, and it says freedom and opportunity for all, Americanism. So I just want to show you that we have always been in the money, the way they looked at it. When they first started out putting people that was enslaved on it, first they had whites, and they changed the whites to people that was enslaved, from white to black and free labor to slave labor. So that was almost like advertising. Each state was advertising what they were good in, and when you get the money, you say, oh yeah, this is well known for turpentine. I think I'm going to go there. You know what I mean? So it's almost like an indirect advertisement.
I would like to ask you a question. On this one here, I see a double face.
Yes.
So the double face is representing who?
The double face here, if you can see this one here, is George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington.
Okay.
Both of them is on this. And in the back, like I said, it's Americanism, freedom and opportunity to all.
So that would be a continent on the back.
It's the United States.
Okay.
To show Americanism, both of them American people.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Booker T. Washington, the back of his is his slave cabin where he was born, and the Hall of Fame, which is in the Bronx, New York, in which he's honored in.
Wow, nice. We've seen this already, so.
Okay, then now that ends our segment on we're on the money. What they say, we're on the money. So may not be the way you want it.
My last question is actually the value of this that you're showing us. I know that this is a collection of yours, but what is the value of this now?
I'll just say one piece for now. This can go anywhere from $20 to $50.
Wow.
It depends on whoever wants it. It's almost like you get a pair of Nikes and it's the only pair of Nikes left. You're willing to pay up to $500 for it. You know, it depends it's only valuable to the people, right?
It's a collectible, yeah.
It's only valuable to the people who really collect it, who really looks at it.
Okay. So we have just heard from Carol A. Gordon from Unspoken History Treasures. You can go on her page, unspokenhistorytreasures.com, and you can look her museum up. She's in Massapequa. She has a fabulous museum, and it's like unbelievable of just tons and tons of things that we probably don't even know that we went through from slavery to now, and we're still going through. So my next person on my panel is Pamela Robinson. Sorry. I think it's the face. That's what happened.
Before you go on to that, I just want to say that there were 4 African American men who actually signed money in 1897, 1898, in 1906, and 1910. They was appointed as the Register of the Treasury underneath McKinley, President McKinley, and President Roosevelt, and they actually signed the bills. So we were on the money literally again. Thank you.
But anyway, Pamela.
Hi, my name is Pamela Robinson, and I'm a host for the Myxxxx. And I'm asking all of my friends and people out there to donate. Donate canned goods, turkey, whatever. The holiday is coming, and it's about giving and helping family that don't have, and also feeding the hungry that don't have. So we will want you to call us. Ali, don't we have an 800 number?
1844 the Myxxxx. 1844 the Myxxxx.
As he
Or
said.
you can go to 1844. Well, you can go to the Myxxxx. That's TheMyxxxx.com and subscribe to our podcast, and direct your calls to Pamela Robinson for donations or for just if you want to help. She does a lot for the communities or community itself. So back to you.
Yes, that would be very nice for you to donate and help the people, because we have a lot of people in this world that is hungry. And we have a lot of people that can't afford a turkey, or they can't afford stuff for Thanksgiving. And they can't, for Christmas, for the kids that's in the hospital also. I would like you to help and donate. So find it in your heart, because I want you to think if it was your kid, or if it was somebody that you know, or if it was you and you didn't have, when you want somebody to help you.
Sure. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are also setting up, hopefully we can all get together and set up something for the homeless or the needy as far as feeding them. We are going to be serving the day before Thanksgiving, just as a part of Thanksgiving. The time that we have, we will be at the train stations in Freeport and in Hempstead. We will be having hot food that will be given out to those that are in need. Okay. I spoke to Carol Gordon earlier, and she was telling me something about the pronouns.
Yes. We have International Pronoun Day, which is this third Wednesday, October 21st. And people now, since there's so much gender-related people and bio opportunity people, when you see somebody or to speak to them, you ask them, what pronoun would you like to be called? Because you may be calling someone that's a gender, female gender, a male, and they get offended and hurt by it. So it's she, he, they, her, him, them, zer.
So it's a lot of ebonics in there, Z and they.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
but just get it correct, so this way you make them feel comfortable, you feel comfortable, and they know who they are, then you know who they are when they address them.
Okay, dealing with the LGBTQ community, we are excited far as with the Vatican, is it? That they announced that they are with the same-sex marriages.
The Vatican,
Is it the
Pope,
The
yeah.
Pope, the new Pope.
The new
the
Pope.
new Pope.
So even though he's getting a lot of crazy things,
Backlash.
and it's kind of like expected because a lot of people are still not ready for the LGBTQ community. As far as what's going on, you know, you still have a lot of bashing, you still have a lot of hatred, you still have a lot of things that just doesn't mean, you know, that it should be, but it is, you know, just from people in general. This month we celebrate, we don't celebrate, but we give our awareness to the breast cancer and the people that have lost their lives with cancer. We also give our awareness to the LGBTQ community that are bullied and that are pushed aside and everything else. Do you have anything to say, Pamela Gordon? Pamela Robinson, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say that, you know, they're human beings as well, and that we should treat them like human beings. We all bleed the same blood, and we shouldn't be going around bullying them or whatever. Okay, we are not the one to judge. When it's time for you to go and meet your maker, God is the one that judge. He's the one that judge. You can't throw windows or stone. Look inside your house before you throw stones. So my thing is, if two men want to be together, that's on them. Two women want to be together, that's on them. Right. Let God judge them. You have no right to judge. If that's what makes them happy, then so be it. My thing is, I'm not, but I believe in going with another man. But my thing is, I have family members that's in my family, and I love them. I would never announce them and say I don't want to have nothing to do with them because of that. So love one another. That's what it's all about.
Okay, well, me being a part of the LGBTQ community, it's like, you know, a lot of people do have a tendency to look at what is real and what is not real. Some people, you know, always come to me and go, oh, well, come out the closet. I'm trying to figure out what closet I was in. But, you know, it is what it is. So I think that in every family there's somebody that are facing, you know, the LGBTQ, I would say, I wouldn't want to say gay or lesbian or something like that, because there's so many different names that's been placed upon this society as far as the LGBTQ community that is unreal. But, you know, as I say, we all sit here today and we all, you know, try to figure out, you know, what to say, how to feel, and, you know, the comfortability that we should be. But just be yourself. That's all I can say, you know, and let people know who you are. I think that's what happens to a lot of the transgender women. They come out, they get their bodies done, they get their face, their teeth, their cheeks done, and on the outside, they do look like women. Some of them, most of them.
Yes.
But on the inside, as far as a male is concerned, they are still a male. So if you are in trickery, this is what happens. I have a collage of women, transgender women, that was murdered over the states because of certain situations. And it's not something that we look down to, it's something that we have to look forward to, and we have to figure out what is causing these murders and stuff like that. So, in that retrospect, I'm going to turn it over to Carol.
You want to say something?
You want to say something?
About the
LGBTQ?
yes, I remember growing up as a kid, and my uncle was a homosexual. But growing up with him, and all his friends used to come over to the house, they were all fashion designers. Growing up with him, for Thanksgiving, they would all come out, all the men, they would be hugging and kissing. And we just thought, growing up that way, that was a way of life. He chose men, some men chose women. We did not think of anything. Like I said before, right, some men choose both, right. The only people that brought it to our attention was people on the outside. Like when they came to visit, he said, "What's up with your uncle?" I said, "What you mean?" I said, "You know, your uncle, you know, what's up with your uncle?" Right, I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." You know, I mean, we had no clue that was not the norm for the way people accepted it. But the way my mother embraced her brother, even his mother and my grandfather, my grandmother, my grandfather, embraced it was just the norm.
I think to accept the fact that people are in their lifestyle or in their life, it should be accepted by parents and family, because then you wouldn't have so many suicides. You wouldn't have so many people running away and being homeless. A lot of people join houses because they're not accepted by their family members. So they go out and of the same sex or the same LGBTQ area, and then what they do is they don't have jobs, they drop out of school. Most of them generally go out and rob, steal, break windows, and do things like that. Some of them do go to school because they try to figure out where they're going to be in the future. So right now it's like we're going to educate a lot of things as far as in our LGBT community, as far as in our homeless situation, as far as like our abuse and different things of that nature. Pamela Robinson wanted to say something?
Yeah, so the only thing that I want to say is that if you had a sex change or whatever and you're changed into a fully woman or vice versa, and you see a man or you see this woman that you want or whatever, just be honest. Tell them that. Because then if you ain't have a sex change and they happen to touch you in the wrong way and you don't, then that person is going to go off and you might get hurt.
Yeah.
So you got to be honest with that person and tell them, this is what I am. That way it gives that person to say if they want to be bothered with you or not, because then they might really, really hurt you or end up killing you, because now they see that you're not that person. So you have to be safe out there.
Okay.
And now a little funny note, I remember getting married and my uncle had made my dress. He bought 5 of his friends, textile, fashion design, stuff like that, and they were fitting for my gown before I went to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in bedroom, here they all come, 5 men.
Sashay and his
yes, I didn't think, and that had to make me rethink.
Right.
And they said, wrong bra, take that off. And I said, take it off, take it off. Could you turn it? Then you got nothing we don't want. And with that, I just felt very free, very relaxed.
So you took your bra off?
Yeah.
Okay.
But because, that's the way they presented themselves. It made me feel relaxed,
right. So you figure there are different levels in life as
right.
far as in the LGBT community. You have the flamboyants, you have the ones that are very feminine,
right.
You have transgender women, you have bisexuals, you have down low brothers, you have so many things that we're going to be talking about in this panel. Due to the fact that Javon Egypt had to do some other things in her life, so I'll be talking about that, and we'll be talking about other things of that nature. For that note, we'll be right back. We're going to go to Robin's house for the next.
The Africa Vision Card, a reloadable debit card that controls up to 5 different currencies in one account. Our belief in the promise of a new Africa inspired our innovation to launch Africa's first free smart card. Our customers can now make 24 hours global cash withdrawals and transact businesses with ease. With pride in our 24 hours live customer service, headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, corporate branch in Lagos, Nigeria, and unique reward programs, we are well positioned to pioneer Africa to the world of artificial intelligence and walk you through to the new Africa. Africa Vision's Card, the king of cards.
Hello everyone, welcome to Robin's house here at the Myxxxx. And tonight I have me and my girl Mika, and we're gonna dish a little bit of tea, and do what we do or whatever. So I hope you guys are ready for us. Well, lately they've been bringing up some stuff about Miss Wendy Williams, who's always dishing the tea on everybody else.
Because we ain't here talking about the LGBTQ community. We got to start off with Wendy Williams.
Yeah, we got to dish a little tea on her since she's always dishing tea on everyone else. So lately it's been said that she's been maybe self-medicating and...
Sis, did you see her on the show? She was on the show, okay, Wendy.
Feeling no pain or whatever,
Wendy out here trying out that medical marijuana.
Take some new one, so,
Allegedly. I'm sorry. Allegedly.
Exactly,
Allegedly. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure if you get close to her, she probably smells like patchouli oil and incense.
The loud, they call it, the loud. Especially when you have money, you can buy the best or whatever.
She out here allegedly on that Gorilla Glue. Or maybe something else. Maybe she on that white girl. Maybe we out here thinking it's something, but...
Maybe it's not. She does have a illness or whatever, so it could be that. So let's hope for the best that that's what it is,
Yeah.
For her sake, you know.
But girl, so we gotta get into some new TV. You know I'm always here for a classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this show that I loved growing up, it was called New York Undercover. You remember that?
Oh my God. Do I remember it? I'm older than you.
Girl!
I love that show. Especially with Malik Yoba.
See, I prefer the Spanish guy because Malik Yoba looked like he could use a tub of chapstick.
That's alright. I was aware his lips.
His lips look like if he was to smile, they'd crack.
That's alright. I wouldn't have left them for him. You know, the Spanish guy was cute too, or whatever. You know, so who are they bringing back?
They're bringing back Malik Yoba and remember the sergeant, the little Spanish girl? She coming back too, so that's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I'm here for. I'm always for a reboot. I didn't watch Fuller House and all of that.
Yeah, I hear you. That's
So, but there's another show coming out that I'm really excited about. Selena y los Dinos. They're making it into a show.
A remix, really?
Yes, it's going to be a show. It's series. I feel like I'm Spanish every time I say it. You know? Hey,
all right. Caramba.
Hey.
Oh, wow, that's great.
It's gonna be good. I really feel like it's gonna be good. You know, although my heart breaks every time I watch the movie and Shorty kills her. Like,
yeah, I know.
You know, I want to be famous, but I don't think I want to be that famous.
They say you're nobody until what, you're dead or you're loved or whatever. So,
bruh, look, I'm not trying to be nobody. If that's the case.
Nah, you be somebody, girlfriend.
You know, like that poem back in the day. I am somebody.
That's
you
right.
Remember that? Right. You know, Black Power. Y'all see my fake costume. I'm out here.
Hey.
All right. But we got to get down to some people, baby. So, you know who was always making the news? The lovely, the magnificent Zaya Wade.
Oh,
and if you don't know who Zaya Wade is, she, right? She is the daughter.
She likes to be preferred as, you know, she, so.
It's a she. She is the daughter of Dwayne Wade.
And Gabrielle Union.
And Zaya has been making headlines ever since she came out as a girl. She identifies as a young woman. And I am not mad at you, sis. Claim your body, claim your territory.
Do you?
You are who you say you are, okay? I'm not mad at that.
Who you want to be. Exactly.
You are who you want to be. That's like that Nas song. Remember that? I know I can. You know, do you? I don't have to live your life for you, boo. You have to live your life for yourself.
That's right.
So just
Whatever
know.
makes you happy. Do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Especially if your mom, your dad, and Gabrielle, they all accept it. Doesn't matter what everyone else thinks, you know?
Exactly. You got some struggles coming ahead of you, though. Just know this, because not everybody's going to accept you
But it's
for
okay.
who you are.
It's okay. You be strong and carry out, you know?
And fight that good fight, sis. But, all right. But there was something a little bit more comical in the news.
More tea.
Some more tea. So how do you feel about men buying you gifts?
Well, I don't have a problem with it. Within reason, you know what I mean? I'm not a gold digger, and whatever they get me, I can probably buy for myself. I know I can buy for myself, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and the satisfaction of thinking they can get it for me. You know?
Okay.
They're that type of man. They was raised right, you know, and they're that type of man. Go for it. You know what I mean? Within reason, like I said, because I'm sure whatever I want, especially if it's out of reach, I can get it for myself. I'm that type of man.
INDEPE.
Exactly. I'm that type of man.
No, so you said within reason. What's reason? Like, is there a cap? What is it, like 100, 200, 300?
Well, it depends. You know? I mean, there is a cap to a certain extent because sometimes there's no limit on me and what I'm worth. So I can't say if he buys me $100,000 car that is okay. He ain't getting it, you know, unless he deserves it. It doesn't matter what the price of the gift is, you know what I mean? It depends. Like I said, he has to earn it to a certain extent. You know, my self-worth is really, there's no limit on that. There's no, you know, there's no price on that.
Okay.
I know my value. You know, I know my value, and there's really no price limit on that.
Say it loud. I'm working, I'm proud.
I'm blocking, I'm proud. And I'm old school, so
Yes.
I got old school values, you know. So
I'm here for it.
I may not think like these other young women nowadays. I mean, as far as you buying me a Louis Vuitton pocketbook, it might be $20,000, but quite frankly, I might prefer that $20,000 in my bank account.
Ooh.
You know, I'm the type of chick that can go get a knockoff that looks just as well as that original. You know, so it depends.
Well, speaking on $20,000 bags, the reason I brought up this subject is because Black Twitter is going crazy
Really? Okay,
right
so
now.
what are we going crazy over?
Oh God! So rapper Saweetie, who is Gabrielle Union's little cousin,
Okay.
she went on her boyfriend's live. Her boyfriend is who? None other than rapper Quavo from Migos.
Hey.
Cause you know they got money.
Yeah, exactly.
They got funny money. I ain't got money like that.
Me either.
Like, she apparently went onto his live and said, baby, if your man ain't buying you a Birkin bag and paying all of your bills, then you need to give him back to the streets.
Well, unfortunately, I'm dating guys that's from the streets, and you know what? And if they're not from the streets, they may have a good job or whatever, but I really don't think they have $20,000 to buy me a Birkin bag. And if they do, that's like a whole year's worth of rent. I'd rather he pay my rent for a year.
You know?
Okay? That pocketbook, I'm going to use that pocketbook occasionally because I like to match. So unless it's black, it's not going to go with everything, and I'm wearing it every day. But meanwhile, my rent is paid for the year, so I'm good with that. You know, I know I'll have somewhere to live. You know, that's a little bit more important.
You know, buy me a $20,000 bag if you want to. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have a $60 bag from Marshalls, and all my bills are gonna be paid.
Exactly.
Okay, baby? And I'm gonna have me a new little hoopty.
And a little stash in the account, right?
know?
A little leftover.
I'm gonna invest it in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
I'm gonna invest it into the stock market.
Exactly.
You could be like, but babe, the bag was worth
That's all right.
my piece of mind.
I parlayed that bag.
You know, that bag, I flipped it. That's how God
Exactly.
said.
I flipped it.
it.
A few good ways. You know?
I flipped it like an ounce. Don't play with me.
Exactly.
20,000. You know what I could do with $20,000? First thing, my first year of college cost me $31,000.
All right.
I got
And that's
student loans.
education. That's what I'm talking about. Education, nobody can take from you.
I got
You know?
student loans.
Right.
You wanna buy me a $20,000 bag? Pay off my student loans.
That's what I'm talking about.
I would appreciate that way more.
And buy me the bag.
Give me $60. I go to Marshalls and get my own. I'm gonna come out with a new little Betsy Johnson or something.
And be just as happy, you know.
Because it's gonna match like 19 outfits.
Exactly.
I don't play that, but you know, more power to them. But I just don't feel like,
if they can, realistically, you know.
realistically, I just don't feel like that lifestyle should be promoted because most people in
It's not
in our
realistic.
neighborhoods, they can't afford
Exactly,
that.
it's not realistic. And you know what? I have etiquette and I have class, and you know, I like to date a certain caliber of men. But you know, I wouldn't even ask them to buy me a $20,000 bag, even if they have money, because that's
so
not
true.
realistic. I can do a lot more with $20,000 than walk around with it on my arm, and I'm sure I'm not going to carry it every day. You know, so
First thing,
it's
I
just
don't
not
go to
realistic
places
to
that
me.
I can carry a $20,000 bag. Where am I going to take it to? Walmart?
The supermarket, exactly. You know, I'm forcing for the neighborhood. You know?
I'm out here. I don't even have a car. I'm gonna be on the train. I'm gonna be on the A train with a $20,000 bag. I am bait.
I'll get rid
for
of the bag
robbery.
and get a car. You know, really.
I'm bait for
Buy
robbery
me a
at that
Beamer
point.
or a Land Rover or something
You know?
like that. You know.
But there's something else we gotta get into with these rappers nowadays, baby. There is one that has been in the news very, very, very much lately because it's been with the hashtag protect black women.
Tory Lanez, right? What you talking about, girl?
And I was all for him when he took out the little light skinned girl from his video, put the dogs. I was here. I was like, yes, Tory, you for the ladies. And now,
And Megan.
allegedly, he shot Megan Thee Stallion, and not one, but both of them.
You know what?
Both of them.
That's crazy. They probably
BOFF.
was
both
hanging
of them.
out, getting lit, doing what they wasn't supposed to be doing, and it got twisted.
But what is this a scene from Harlem Nights?
Exactly.
Shut up, no,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, we have to learn to protect our black women. Not even just in that case. The domestic violence cases have gone up drastically in the African American neighborhoods.
Exactly.
And also, just not in the case of protecting black women. We have to protect women, period.
Yes, I think so too.
Women are going missing all over the world, and men are just leaving. Fathers are not around. There's so much going on, and we need to learn to protect women. The hashtag Me Too movement was supposed to be about protecting women, and it got very much out of hand. But we really need to get back to that. Protecting black women, protecting trans women. Right?
Yeah, sure.
We talked about domestic violence earlier with our host, Ali. And we have to really get into that and understand what protecting women means. But tonight, I want to share a poem with you that's about protecting women. We have to really get into that and understand what protecting women means. But tonight, I want to share a poem with you that's about protecting women in a different way.
Great. I can't wait to hear because you always come up with some dynamite stuff.
So this one is about, it's about leaving a woman after you get her pregnant. That is something that happens a lot. We have a lot of single mothers out here.
Too much.
And, and it's sad that they have to be as strong as they are, but I'm grateful that they are. I was raised by a single mom. Robin is a beautiful single mom.
I'm a single mom.
Pam and Carol were single moms.
Exactly.
And Ali is just a beautiful person.
But he has raised his twin nephews.
He raised his twin nephews,
in his life. Yeah. So he was a single parent too. So he knows the side that women go through as a man.
Yeah.
As a single parent.
And it's not easy. When you make that decision that night in the bed, you're not thinking about what the next 18, 20, 25, 30 years entail behind that one split-second decision.
One night of pleasure, or fun, or whatever as they say.
Like I asked recently, what's the one thing that you found to be most expensive as an adult? And my uncle replied, unprotected sex. I said, you know what, you're right.
Wow.
You right.
Right. Yeah.
That's the most expensive thing as an adult. But this is my piece.
Well, without further ado, I'm sure you got something good for us. This Myxxxx J. Woods. Let's hear what you got for us tonight.
So this is my piece. It's called Don't Shoot. Do you mind if I take off my mask so I can
No, it's okay.
project?
We're 6 feet apart. This is like killing me also.
Okay, I gotta breathe.
But we do want to stress
Wear your
social
mask.
distancing and wear your mask, guys. And hand sanitizer.
Yeah, don't be like the guy on social media making fun of masks and then died like a week later. All right? Let's be serious. Okay, so this is Don't Shoot. Tonight, oh no. Damn, I thought you were it. Strong, sexy, fun, and truly lit. And you were just a bit, just into your life I couldn't fit. And that hurt like a catch with no mitt, or when you bite into the peach and you hit the pit. Damn, I thought you were the shit, because you had the sex that wouldn't quit. And when you wanted it, I knew I had to pop my ass like a zit. But there was something that you did, something that I missed. You shoot first and then didn't ask questions, period. I'm looking at you like, dude, are you serious? I feel so delirious. I'm sitting here furious, calling my girls like, girl, are you hearing this? I thought this man was as transparent as clearing mist, but there was something that he did, something that I missed. Rolling in my womb each time we kiss. Rolling daily like a cis. I don't know it yet, but I'm about to be pissed. Because for you, I'm just another on the list. You shoot first and then ask questions with a twist. 10 seconds after you burst, it's, I don't think we're ready for this. So pardon my squirts. I wanted you to quench my thirst, but what's in my womb is not my biz, so just get rid of it. I guess you should have found out before you let me hid. I am somewhat of a pig. But yo, thanks for the lesson. Next time I wear a lid, because I'm always going to shoot first, no questions. You dig? So I say to you, sir, whom to which I was no more than a simple girl, but you were happy to get all up in my swirl, and you could care less about my plans to save the world. So you came in shooting up the club, and this blast came too fast. Now swole feet and ankles is now in my forecast. And I'm not mad. I'm just embarrassed.
because I never wanted to be the reiteration of my generation's last. But now as I sit here holding the key to my future, I think about how I am no more than a product of my past, because this is what happens when you shoot first. No questions asked.
Wow, you go, girl.
Thank you.
Ooh, you spit it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, that's hot.
Thank you.
I love it, love it, love it. I hope all you viewers out there love it too. And if you have any comments, questions, or whatever, please feel free to call 1-844
The Mix.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, we have just left the mix at Robin's house with Robin Watson and Myxxxx J. Woods. They both talked about the entertainment world, talked a little bit about Wendy Williams, talked a little bit about other things as far as I was like, whoa, because I never heard of half the stuff. But we're back here talking, we're going to get into Carol A. Gordon, and she's going to be talking about her campaign and other things.
Hi, my name is Carol A. Gordon, and I am running for State Senate in the 8th Senatorial District. The reason why I'm running is I want to give people a choice. Right now, my opponent is only one person on the line. I'm giving people a choice, but the problem is you have to write my name in. My agenda is the people's agenda, which means information, education, empowerment, and activism. With all four of those, I am taking the people with me up to Albany. My issues in State Senate will be affordable housing, taxes, the property tax cap, making sure that virus is in check, the families are safe, affordable housing, delivering money to stimulus check. We need a stimulus check going. I mean, everybody's holding off on it. This is now November, going into December, and then January will be here. It will be cold. Cold outside and cold inside. You need somebody that's going to provide for the community. I come from the community. I've been active in the community. I'm Vice President of Civic Association. I'm on Drug Free Long Island about the opiate epidemic. I'm with CAPS, Child Abuse Prevention Services, about bullying and sexual harassment. I am in many other committees. As you can see, I have 10 grandchildren, 3 great-grand. There isn't an issue because each of my kids go from 6 months all the way up to 30 years. I can touch on every issue in the community. I even buried my son through gun violence, which I get choked up every time I talk about it. But I'm here to say the person that I'm running against is a Republican put on the Democrat line. The people voted him in because they did not ask him the question. But they're going to drill and ask me 90,000 questions, and I'm a true Democrat. People need to wake up. This year is also an important year because the census is in, and they're going to do the redistricting, which means where is the money going to go? Who's going to do the redistricting? I don't know about the other person, but you know I'll make sure they're going to bring the money home. My name is Carol A. Gordon. Please write my name in. You go all the way over to State Senate, go all the way down, write in Carol A. Gordon. And even if I don't win, we still win because the power belongs to the people, not power over the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carol A. Gordon. As we all know, we got a new judge, Amy Corey Barrett.
Yep,
She's been invited to our jurisdiction for some decisions. So we already know that our health care bill might be tampered with. We have a lot of other things that might be tampered with as far as, life in general. So now we are here to figure out what are we going to do within the next 4 years, is it? Or really by November, because we have to get the president out, and then we have to bring out Joe Biden in. And let's just hope that he do what he's supposed to do for our communities. Okay, it's just not about black, white, Puerto Rican. It's about people in general. Okay, as far as blacks are concerned, we are actually at the lowest because they target us the most. But it is what it is. So we have to learn how to vote. We have to learn how to stand up. We have to learn how to figure out who's in our community that's actually leading this money and leading our community. We don't know our locals. We don't know our Congress. We don't know anything. We just know that there's somebody that's making decisions. And right now we need to figure out and educate ourselves on who are making these decisions and how can we change things as far as signing bills, as far as signing petitions and moving things right along. Pam, do you have anything to say?
No, we just gotta come out and we gotta vote. And we gotta vote right. And we can make the decisions who goes into Congress and all of that. If you just sit home and you don't vote and then now you want to complain. If you didn't vote, there's no way that you're going to complain about anything because you did not vote at all. So my thing is to come out. And I would like to say to the young people, like my son's age, they're in their 20s, and the ones that are just coming into college that have the right to vote. I have been speaking to them, and they believe that nothing is going to be done if they don't cast their vote. My son only voted one time, and that is when Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump was in the office, and he tried to vote for Hillary, and it didn't work. And he has not voted ever since then. That was his first time voting. So I want to say to the young people, come out and vote. It's people that died for your vote, for you to vote. They sweat over those votes. So vote.
Even those that have been incarcerated or that are homeless, those that you feel that you might not have the right to vote, you should just try it anyway. 1-844-VOTE is one of the places that you can call. You have your local libraries. Again, you have your schools that are actually polling. You have churches that are opening up to polling. This is the first time ever I've seen voting on a Sunday as an early voting. There's a card that I had earlier, and it was about people, how are you registered. But anyway, just go ahead and vote. This is Ali from the Myxxxx, 1-844 the Myxxxx. The Myxxxx, TheMyxxxx.com. You can reach us, subscribe to us, and just view us. And we have so much more to talk about. I'm going to bring out Mika J. Woods, and I'm going to bring out Robin Watson, so we can close this out. Hello everybody, this is the Myxxxx team. We'll be bringing you so much information on different issues as far as the homeless, the domestic violence, just in general, things that's going on every day, murders, whatever we can find, we're going to bring it to you. My name is Ali Ingram.
And I'm Robin Watson.
And I'm Pamela Robinson.
And I'm Carol A. Gordon, running for State Senate in the 8th District.
And I'm Mika J. Woods.
And this is the Myxxxx family.
Hey.
Hey.